Well, back home, President Trump deals with some bad news about the economy. A new report shows that inflation is unexpectedly getting worse for Americans. It has remained stubbornly above the Fed's 2% target for roughly the past 6 months now. White House correspondent Owen Jensen reports. Owen.
That's right, Tracy. Good evening to you. Inflation numbers are up. The CPI, Consumer Price Index, increased 3% in January from a year ago, impacting gas, groceries, used cars. Now, inflation was a major problem for the Biden administration, and it's a big challenge for the Trump administration.
Inflation accelerates, and families still struggle with higher costs. White House economic advisor Kevin Hassett blamed the latest numbers on the previous administration, adding,
So what we're doing is, at the top end, we're focusing on getting spending under control and having supply side tax cuts and regulatory policies and drilling and so on, so that there's a lot of supply, reduced demand. That's how you get prices down.
The higher inflation numbers likely delaying further interest rate cuts. But President Trump writes interest rates should be lowered, something which would go hand in hand with upcoming tariffs. Trump pledged to reduce prices during his presidential campaign, though most economists worry that his proposed tariffs could at least temporarily increase costs. The president also posting, DOGE has found massive amounts of fraud, waste, incompetence, and abuse. Just yesterday in the Oval Office, Elon Musk, with his young son at his side, warns.
And then we've also got to address the deficit. So we've got a $2 trillion deficit. And if we don't do something about this deficit, the country's going bankrupt.
Trump praised Musk's work with his Department of Government Efficiency, or DOGE. The president signed an executive order to expand Musk's influence and continue downsizing the federal workforce.
It's really astounding that the interest payments alone on the national debt exceed the Defense Department budget, which is shocking.
The Attorney General of Minnesota, just one of the critics, speaking out against Musk this week.
Americans expect that when their private information is in the hands of a trusted government entity, that is where it will stay, not somebody who Donald Trump sort of chums around with and is buddies with.
Meanwhile, a new Marquette University poll finds most Americans favor Trump's plan to expand oil and gas production and his national emergency over immigration as well. However, the same poll found that most people oppose Trump's pardon of January 6 defendants, as well as the renaming the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. At the White House, Owen Jensen, EWTN News Nightly.